Welcome back, everybody, to the weekend show where I'll be doing technical analysis on overall stock market. So before we get started, please hit that like button, and 150 likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing, and you can also help us get to 10,000 subscribers. We're very close to it, guys. Now, with that being said, we got lots of earnings coming up this week, starting with Verizon, we got Tesla, we got Boeing, AT&T, we got Intel, we got Google. So lots of earnings coming out this week. On top of that, look at this right here. Fear and greed index still sitting right here at 21, extreme fear. So, even though the market is just going flat for last 2 3 sessions, it's sitting at 21. We still have lots of fear in the market. Now you can see also Trump's approval rating dropped lowest of his presidential career here. So, I'm pretty sure he's watching this. And if this is how things are playing out, especially with tariff, at some point, just like you guys saw that, pause on all those countries, there is going to be a deal. And he's talking about a deal definitely that's going to happen with China. Now, on Friday, UNH took a big hit right on the chin, down, and Dow is also down with that 1.33%. Nasdaq flat, S&P flat. We got Russell going up 0.82%. So, that's your market where, things are just going sideways. And we got 3-day weekend. So tomorrow is Sunday, and then Monday, market will be open again. 11 sectors, pretty much everything in the green. Energy leading the way on top, consumer defensive, real estate, utilities, on bottom, lagging behind technology and healthcare. Stock market map. What do we have here on stock market map? You can see big names: Nvidia down, Google down. We got Eli Lilly up. I think that's on a drug. They also have earnings coming up. We got Amazon down 1%, Meta flat, Tesla flat. We got consumer defensive going up, Walmart, Costco rallying on Friday. Then we got Apple going up slightly, just over 1%, but then Microsoft going down 1%. Now, here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X, guys. Now, here's some fantastic swing trade ideas that I actually took just about 2 3 weeks ago when that big sell-off actually took place in the market. You can see Oxy calls right here, $40 calls we picked up at 35, and this one pretty much going in the money. Here's BA. You can see on April 3rd, early morning market was selling off, and we picked up these calls, and this was a really good trade. We caught nearly the bottom here on Boeing, and this thing rallied big time. And I actually got out. I had half a position that I was holding. I got out of that position on Friday. Here you can see also BA. It was a really nice setup on BA, so we took big profit on that play. And Oxy also we sold on Friday. Runners when in the money. So all these trade ideas, and especially people that are serious, guys. If you're only serious, then go ahead and check out my Patreon link. There is lots of trade ideas that are coming out, and there will be more and more opportunities for people who are losing money and just going and buying anything pretty much in the market. Definitely it helps, and you're also helping out by joining Patreon and building a greater community where traders can help other traders. On SPY ETF, it was slightly up on Thursday, 0.14%, basically a flat day. And a couple of things I want to show you guys right here, and that is why I have this chart. And this was 2022 bear market. What happened here? We had the death cross. Market sold off aggressively here to the downside, and then market bounced. It was a face ripper. Look at this bounce here, huge bounce. And then market stayed up over daily 200 SMA for quite some time, almost 2 3 weeks. And then market continued to the downside, sold off again, and then finding this bottom. Then we had that another big rally back up to the upside, again coming back, and finally finding the bottom back in October 2022, right? So Is that the same outcome we're gonna see again here in this market? I don't know. A lot of people, they go on YouTube and they show what happened in the past, and well, we can repeat the same thing. I don't think stock market and people that are trading in the stock market, big money, smart money, they're not that dumb where we can go and look at something from 1987 and like, hey, this is what happened back in 1987, and same thing is going to happen. So let's just go and short the crap out of the market. I don't think that's how it works, but a lot of people putting videos out, crashes here, paying ahead, all that crap, and I'm just not into that right now. And why? Because market had that big drawdown here, and now we're just trying to bounce back up and possibly consolidate here because that was a big move, a $50 move on SPY in one day. That's not a small move, guys. And I don't know if we can actually see that again in our lifetime. I mean, this is big. Once in a lifetime rally that we saw. These kind of moves don't happen too often. So now you can see that 523 to 524, your key line in the sand here on SPY. If that gives up 509, and I would just not stay in the market as a bull if this thing gives up a 523, 524 and takes out this consolidation range and the low here. And you can see it's a 50% retracement from this massive candle. So if that's out, we're heading down to 509. And at some point, we might even take out this low down here. Now to the upside, it would be interesting to see if we can actually consolidate here and then take out top of this candle, that massive candle, which is a 549. If that happens, well, I think we have a shot where market, even though market can go down, I think we have a shot where the market can come up and retest a daily 200 SMA, which is at 570. So keep an eye on that, guys. As long as it's holding over this key line here, then definitely market can move back up to the upside. But only below that, it's going to come down, and it's going to come down possibly, in a big way where the sell-off will resume and market will make a new low. On triple Q was actually flat on the day, but you can see two candles here close to this trend line, and two times we got rejection, and as a matter of fact, we got the gap down here on Wednesday, and we did not actually made a move back up to the upside where this thing can close this gap at 456. So going into Monday session, guys, your key line in the sand definitely here at 440, 441. If that gives up, we might be going down to 415 to 416. To the upside, as long as 440 can hold and we can get over, and we saw that move even on Thursday over this high right here, 449.50. In that case, you're going to see Qs going up and possibly retesting this trend line and this negative sloping 20-day and closing this gap. And over this range, you're going to see that bull breakout to the upside. Until then, yes, the trend is down and we can go lower. But would I be going and shorting this after a big move to the downside? Absolutely not. On DIA, it's down 1.31%, and a big reason why DIA was down because of UNH missing earnings and cutting guidance. Huge jump off on that one, and you can see it's barely holding 390. So that's your key line descent for DIA 390. Below that 384, and then right down here we might be coming back and retesting lower Bollinger Band, which is at 375. Now, if this thing can hold here and possibly can get over 400, in that case, we might see a move up to 407 and possibly at some point retesting this trend line and maybe even closing this gap at 416. On IWM, it's up 0.82%. So nice green day on Thursday, and you can see it's under 188. So IWM, maybe this thing can break 188. In that case, we might push higher up to 193, and at some point, possibly even close this gap at 196.54. Now to the downside, your key line descent right here on IWM 184, below that 178, and then we might be going down to make a new low, which could be going under 171 and going down to like 165-ish. to 161 right here, and that's the monthly support. So if it goes there, definitely a fantastic opportunity on small caps. So this was really weird that VIX was actually up on Wednesday and then came back and we closed under $30. So when you look at this, it's definitely, looking weak because under 30, this thing can definitely come down. And we left this massive gap right here uh, at 23.79 on VIX. And if this thing is heading down again and volatility in the market is, going down and drying up, guess what? Market will likely to rally back up to the upside. So watch out. VIX can actually get over 30. In that case, the next resistance will be at 32, and only over that, watch out for the resistance right here at 35, and then we can possibly talk about more upside, maybe going back up and retesting these highs. But as of right now, that's not the case. Under 30, next key support will be right down here at 26, and then the gap right down here just between 23 and 24. And if VIX is heading down that way, you will see a short-term rally in the market. Before we wrap up this video, I just want to quickly look at gold and TLT. And you can see, gold hitting another brand new all-time high on Wednesday, and then we saw a bit of a pullback, closing this gap right here on Thursday, but it's up significantly, only down, not even 2%. So if you look at my screen, one thing I want to point out, guys, this was that previous high right here on gold around, there is a gap also there at 47, but this was that previous high 47 to 46, and we're nowhere near that. Another thing I want to point out that daily 200 SMA is sitting right down here at 39, and look at how far we are trading. And why? Because of what's happening around us, and with all that news and tariff, it's a safer asset, so money is going in there. But guess what? If things change quickly, we get some good news, they're going to be dumping this really quickly, and they will be coming back into those big names. And this is where a lot of people will get it wrong, chasing gold at fresh new all-time high and not buying those dips on those big companies. So watch out. This it could be a nice opportunity where this thing can come down, at least retest this high 46 to 47, maybe even retest this high right here, which is a low down here near 42. So gold definitely, we're getting just a tiny pullback, nothing big yet. But if this thing rises back up again over this high, which is like 53-ish, then we might be going back up to another brand new all-time high. But definitely it's getting really frothy and overextended to the upside. Now, TLT on the other hand, this is definitely a clean bear flag, you guys can see. This thing just wants to go down even more. Possibly will take out this low down here, which is at 84. So another thing I want to point out right here, guys, if this thing is ready to go down a bit more, it's gonna go down. It's gonna happen. And if that happens, also that's a nice opportunity to play it back up to the upside. So TLT definitely bear flagging. It's not a bull trend anymore. It was looking fantastic here over daily 200 SMA. It was looking bullish. It was looking to break out. And since that tariff and all that, China selling all those bonds and stuff, things just went in a different way for TLT. And you can see now we're just bear flagging here. And if this is where to play out, we might go down to possibly 83 to even $80. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated Monday night.